Hey, how y'all doing? Thanks for joining us for another episode of GC Community Chat. Well, we hope you are all doing well and staying safe. Tonight we have another great show for you. Garden City Public School Superintendent Derek Fisher will be here shortly to once again talk about the upcoming May 5th school bond proposal and also answer any of your questions that you may have. And then our second guest for tonight are Richard and Shannon Werabelski, owners of Chubb Smokehouse Catering right here in Garden City. And they'll be here to talk about the great things they are doing for our frontline heroes in our community, and also let us know how you can help. Our good friend Joe Bartley is back from J&J Taxes and More with some additional information for you as well. Tom is off tonight. He's finishing up his school semester, but he did pre-record a segment for us, and he'll be up first, and we hope it'll be a dry and warmer forecast. I'll also have another update for you from the Garden City Mayor, Randy Walker, with our latest COVID numbers and much more. So we hope you'll grab your favorite beverage and join us for the next hour or so. Should be a good one. This is episode number 478. It is Thursday, the 30th, and the last day of April 2020, if you can believe that. I am your host, Kerry. Mike is still sheltering in place. Hello, Mike. We miss you. We want to thank all the communities who tune in every Thursday night to listen and watch our show. We want you to know your support is greatly appreciated. And remember, if your community has any events or announcements that you would like to promote, please email the details to us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, and we'll be more than happy to announce that information for you. Now, if you have any questions or comments for any of our guests tonight, and if you're watching us on Facebook, go ahead and type them in the comment section, or you can text your questions to 734-788-9319, and we will get those on air for you. All right, let's get Tom in here now with the latest check of the weather, and then we'll spend some time chatting with our guests. So stand by. Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away.
The famous saying, April showers will bring May flowers, is sure holding true all this week. We've seen rounds of rain over the last few days, and some of that rain at times has been a little bit on the heavy side. The good news is that during the evening hours is going to be the last round of rain that's going to be moving through. This rain will be on the light to moderate side, but it will move through fairly quickly, and it will start winding down during the overnight hours. Overnight temperatures will be in the mid-40s, so a chilly night out there behind this system. But the good news is that there is a lot of good news on the horizon for a change. As we get into tomorrow, skies will start to decrease with cloudiness throughout the day, and temperatures will definitely rebound with that sun returning. Temperatures tomorrow will get into the low to mid 60s. That's a pretty increase in temperature since today, with temperatures in the 50s and with the rain. And as we get into the weekend, I see a pretty stellar weekend out there for any outdoor plans, doing yard work, just taking a walk. Anything outdoors is definitely on the cards this weekend. Temperatures on Saturday and Sunday will be into the low 70s on both days. And at times there'll be some sun, a little bit clouds at times as well. So pretty good weekend out there if you're going to do anything out and about. And as we get into next week, we're definitely going to start drying out next week. It doesn't look like it's going to be as rainy as it has been this week. And starting out on Monday, temperatures are going to be more on the mild side, and then we're going to start cooling down a little bit. Temperatures on Monday will be in the low 60s. And then as we get into Tuesday, they're going to drop a little bit into the 50s, into the upper 50s. And as we get into Wednesday, similar temperatures are going to continue with temperatures around the upper 50s, and then they'll try to rebound again into the 60s as we get into the late portion of next week. So temperature profiles as we get into the weekend look great into the lower 70s, and into next week look mild at times with temperatures right around 60 degrees, as we get into next week. So we're definitely turning the corner as we start the month of May, with those temperatures starting to rise on more of a consistent basis. But if you're not ready for that warmth, we're not really going to be seeing that. So those 80s aren't coming quite yet. So that's some good news if you're not a hot lover. And other than that, there isn't going to be much rain next week. Like I said, the only rain chances that I see are going to start developing into the late portion of next week. So that's some great news out there. So we can have some time to dry out. And as expanding out, we're going to be talking about some other weather. It's been a pretty interesting weather week across the United States. There's definitely been a lot of rain. There's been a lot of severe weather across the country. There's been a lot of heat across the country into the Southwest. I mean, you're seeing temperatures fairly warm early for this time of year, with temperatures exceeding 100 degrees across the southwestern United States, and a lot of rain across the Northeast and across the South as well. So it's been a very busy time across the weather world. But if you want to keep tuned to all my local weather information, just go to my website, DopplerTomsWeather.com, and it will show you that rain moving out tonight and the warm up that's coming this weekend. So enjoy it.
All right. Thank you. Sounds promising, Tom. Appreciate that. Looking forward to those 70s. All right. Just a quick reminder, our show streams live every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. So we hope you'll set aside some time to join us, and be sure to invite your friends to join in as well. Also, if you go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/GCChat, be sure to follow us, and you'll be reminded whenever our show is streaming live. And while you're there, go ahead and feel free to leave us a review. We would really appreciate it. You can also get more information and contact us as well by going to our website at gccommunitychat.com. Okay, let's introduce our first guest for tonight. He was on the show back, I believe, on March the 12th, to talk about the upcoming May 5th school bond proposal. And guess what? He's back again tonight. Please welcome Garden City Public School Superintendent, Mr. Derek Fisher. Hi, Derek. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Kerry. Good to see you.
Good to see you. We're keeping it safe, right? Doing it this way.
We're social distance. I think there's at least 6 feet between you and I.
Yeah, at least. First off, family's well. Everybody's well.
We're doing well. Yeah. My son is in 4th grade, and he is also adjusting, as everyone else is, to online learning. So.
Yeah, how's that going? I wanted to ask you, how's that going? You got a lot of computers?
Yeah, I got to tell you how proud I am of the district's technology team and the district's teachers. The continuity of learning plan, it's a comprehensive document, and I will share it was a heavy lift moving it forward. A lot of folks want to think that that we could just flip a switch and move the district online, and the reality is there was a lot of infrastructure needs and a lot of tech needs that had to be managed, as well as a lot of training and work from our dedicated instructional staff. But overall, I'm very pleased. It continues to go well with high participation out there in the community.
Good. And the kids seem to be adapting, right?
You know what? One thing that COVID-19 has reminded us of is how resilient kids are.
Yeah.
It doesn't say there isn't going to be challenges or bumps in the road or some rough days here and there, because that's a reality, but kids are really resilient, and across the board, super proud of how our kids have managed this, how our parents are coping and managing this, and of course, our great staff. They've really delivered.
Yeah, the parents, this is all new to them, is for sure.
Yep.
A lot of
work for all of us as parents, that's for sure.
Right. Sarah Rafi says the Garden City Tech Department rocks. They were amazing.
Yeah, I want to say we have they've got about 1,400 to 1,500 devices out in the community now.
Wow.
So Chromebooks out there, a lot of Wi-Fi support.
That's awesome.
And, during the main days, when we were issuing the devices. They were issuing a device to a family every 90 seconds. They were issuing a device out there. So,
Oh my gosh.
comparing to what other districts have done, and again, every district's a little bit different with their ability to respond to something like this.
Sure.
It really speaks well, and the community has recognized the great work that's going on. And it's never been the Derek Fisher show. It's always a collaborative effort. And, our food service team is amazing. We're serving between 5,000 and 6,000 meals a week to kids.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Incredible work all the way around, and just speaks to the quality of our employee and the dedication of our employees across the groups.
That is awesome. So I got to ask you, you passed out how many Chromebooks? They were Chromebooks, right?
Yes, sir. About 1,500 Chromebooks.
Now, who paid for that? I have to ask.
Yeah, it's all part of the district resources. And, we've been building our tech infrastructure and our equipment base. We've been building that over the past 3 or 4 years.
Mhm.
Generally, we manage that through at-risk funding, and we purchase those devices through various title accounts, and we've had those devices in the buildings. A number of our buildings are close to being 1-to-1, so that helped us respond to this.
Now, because the state closed down the schools because of COVID, will you recoup any of that money at all, or no?
Well, it'll be about basically just getting the devices returned. So we're not being punitive, and we're not making families chisel their name in stone or sign their name in blood.
Gotcha.
It's just like we're issuing a textbook. The expectation is that device comes back to us in the same condition it was issued. And we're being flexible with parents. Some parents have 3 and 4 kids, and they only had one device at home, so we gave them the opportunity to get multiple devices from us.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. All right. Well, let's get to the elephant in the room, I guess, eh? We got an election coming up, or a vote coming up.
We do, right around the corner.
Right around the corner. Hopefully everybody got their absentee ballots. They're still available, right?
Yeah, to my knowledge, all districts had received their applications in the mail, and those came from the Secretary of State. And now folks are getting those applications back, of course, to our city clerk, and they had their ballots issued. One recommendation on this is to return, get your ballot, and regardless of how you vote, but take that ballot and turn it into the purple mailbox at City Hall. That'll help mitigate any delay with the U.S. Postal Service.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot quicker. That's what we did with ours. We dropped them right off in the purple box. Okay, let's talk about how much is the bond, and what exactly is on the ballot, so people know.
Sure, that bond is it's a $50 million bond. And one thing to keep in mind, because as I share, as we get older, our memories get a little elastic, right? And we can't. Well, was that 3 years ago? Was that 7 years ago?
Right.
The district's most recent bond that redid our elementary buildings, that was back in 2002.
Wow.
So that was quite a while ago. That was 18 years ago now. So you look at the life expectancy on a lot of that equipment and the infrastructure needs of the district, and you weigh in with our heavy winters and the freeze-thaw cycle in Michigan. Infrastructure is a challenge anywhere. Infrastructure is a challenge for homeowners.
Sure.
And, we have about 800,000 square foot of instructional space across our buildings in the district. There's a lot of infrastructure there, whether it's windows, rooftops, asphalt, cement, and there's wear and tear on those items, and we need to consider replacement of those items.
Right.
So that $50 million bond, that comprehensive bond, that was a product of a architectural facility study. We brought in a professional. We brought in an architect. Hard to believe it was over a year ago now. It was back in the April of 2019.
Wow.
And given the COVID-19, that feels like it's been 10 years ago now, right?
Yeah, right.
But they had $64 million in recommendations. And what we did was then we took those recommendations and we brought it to a number of community stakeholders, separate groups, and got feedback. And we put a couple of different proposals together for them to review. And ultimately, what those stakeholders supported was that $50 million bond proposal. And the focus on that is, like I said, there's a lot of infrastructure in there. So you also have site work, which is cement and curbs. There's also a safety and security piece that will redo the lobby area and the front entrances of the middle school and of Garden City High School.
Okay.
There's also some security that will address all of the classroom doors with a recommended device by the Department of Homeland Security, right? We're always concerned about student safety and school security. And then there's a pretty extensive piece in there for athletics and also performing arts. We want to redo O'Leary in its entirety. O'Leary Auditorium is a gem in the community.
Oh, yeah.
And not only are there a lot of district-specific and school events in there, but we know many, many different groups, including the city, they utilize O'Leary because it's to have a 945-seat auditorium in the community. That's a prize right there. We want to reinvest in that property, bring that up to contemporary standards. And there's also an athletic piece in there too, restoration of the high school pool and the aquatics facility at Garden City High School.
Awesome.
Also looking at the athletic facility out there in the field, the athletic field, and doing turf out there, not only to help support the football program, but to help support girls and boys soccer, our band program, and also the GCYAA, who get out there and use that regularly during their competitive football season as well.
Now, Derek, why are you going with synthetic turf at field?
There is, when you look at the study and you look at usage, synthetic turf will allow us to increase our usage and accessibility out there.
Okay.
It minimizes the wear and tear on the grass. Also, it'll reduce watering cost and utilities costs over the years. But it also just basically, it really increases accessibility out there and it gives us the opportunity to get more kids out there. But it will increase or decrease our personnel costs in buildings and grounds. They won't be out there cutting it and striping it.
Right.
And then again, we'll be able to save on the watering cost out there.
Yeah, definitely cut down on maintenance for sure.
Absolutely.
So how many years do they tell you that you can get out of that turf? Do you know, roughly?
They have, the life expectancy is, based on how heavily it's used is around 15 to 20 years you can get out of it.
Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty good. So what's the average homeowner? What's this going to cost them? That's the big question everybody wants to know.
Big question. This is a 1.65 mil increase for a period of 26 years. The average homeowner, based on what we could calculate with the city on the taxable value of the homes, average homeowner would pay $5.50 a month or $66 annually.
Okay. So that isn't bad at all.
Now, when you consider the return on investment and, the school district, we kind of make this comparison, Dearborn has Ford Motor Company, Garden City, they have Garden City Public Schools, right? We're the second largest employer. Our buildings are fixtures throughout the community. And the Garden City community has really done a phenomenal job consistently over the years of wrapping their arms around the district and embracing the district as a center point of the community, often to the point where it's, the community and the school system are almost one and the same at times.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful thing. That's a great thing. And we don't want blight. We see by what has happened to our neighbors, what happens when school districts falter financially.
Yeah.
And their infrastructure is compromised and ultimately taken away or dissolved.
But what does this do to property values?
But we want to really reinvest in our own properties. The school buildings, they are part of the community. They're owned by the taxpayer. And Carrie, you and I have had this conversation as longtime homeowners, just as you and I have to reinvest in our own properties and look at getting a new roof once in a while or a hot water heater or doing some curb and sidewalk repairs. The district has a lot of property and a lot of infrastructure and many, many buildings, and that requires significant upkeep and there's significant cost with that. So what this is, like you said, it's a reinvestment in those properties and an opportunity for the community to build that base back up and increase their own property values as well.
Sure. Now this bond, it's going to be sold in 2 series. Can you explain that?
Yeah, that's a way we wanted to make this as affordable as possible.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to at the same time get the most bang for our buck to do as much as we possibly could, because there's a lot of work to do. And if we just tackled this, I don't want to get off topic, but if we just tackled this with the sinking fund, right? People say, well, we just got that sinking fund approved.
Right. Yeah. What's the difference there?
If we just use sinking fund dollars, our current projects in this bond would take us 50 years to complete. And in that time, what else would go wrong? Where else would we see infrastructure failures and infrastructure needs?
Mm-hmm.
So a healthy school district, they really look to balance both a sinking fund, right, for repairs and a bond to get major capital construction needs tackled. So a healthy school district, and we have strived to be fiscally healthy, but fiscally healthy and successful school districts, if you look at them, they both have those vehicles to draw from to continue to improve and reinvest in their infrastructure.
Right, right. I got a question for you, Don. Dan Harmon says he's concerned that the terms on the bond reads like a revolving line of credit. Bonds may be issued in multiple series, payable in the case of each series not to exceed 26 years from the date of such series. Is this an accurate assessment of the proposal? And I'll put it up there for you.
Yeah, in its totality, right? Should this bond pass, there's two pieces. There's a series one,
Mm-hmm.
which would roll out, and then there's a series two.
Right.
You wouldn't see a shift in that 1.65 mils. It's all about how that bond is financed.
Okay.
The total for both series, the combined total is 26 years. So it rolls out together. Series one would start first, and series one projects are specific to, I believe, Garden City High School and Garden City Middle School. The reason we identified Garden City High School, Garden City Middle School as series one bonds is those buildings weren't really touched
Right.
or touched minimally with upgrades in the 2002 bond proposal. And then once the series two money starts coming in, like I said, there's not going to be a shift in the mills at all. It's still at 1.65 mils. It's all about how it's financed.
Yeah.
Once that takes place, then we'll start distributing and working on those projects in other buildings.
Okay.
And that's a good point too, talking about the series piece and working with a construction management team, realizing that should this bond pass, and I'll be optimistic and I'll say when this bond passes, then we'll have about a 4.5-year timeline from once we get it passed to project completion.
Okay. Okay. Yep. Good. Makes sense. Makes sense. So is there plan B, Derek, if this doesn't pass, if it fails?
Yeah, the plan B is we're going to keep plugging the holes in our infrastructure. We're going to keep managing things through both a combination of general fund effort and also the sinking fund, right? And that's what we've been doing. And one of our, the first big step we had was back in November. We knew we had to get the sinking fund passed. We knew that was an important vehicle. We've done a lot of great work over the years with the sinking fund.
Yeah.
It's bought some roofs. It's got the high school parking lot done. It's got the track around the field. It's got that done. We were able to get the tennis courts redone.
Right.
Previous to that, we did a window project at the high school and a boiler project at the high school.
Right.
We've got some windows, replacement windows at Garden City Middle School scheduled for the sinking fund job. So it's a good vehicle, right? And that will still be our game plan. But ultimately, if it doesn't pass, what we're going to do, we realize there's a lot of work to get done. We want to restore that pool. We realize that a roof at an elementary building, looking at the scale and the scope of work and the materials,
Right.
a roof for an elementary building is right around $900,000 with labor and materials. To get a parking lot done in an elementary building is around $900,000 to $1 million.
Wow.
So we would pretty much smoke through our sinking fund with just a single job. So it's really important that if this doesn't pass, we've got the ability to come back, put a package together, and bring it back to the voters at another time.
Yeah. Well, let's hope it does. Let's hope it does pass. Like Jill Buterball says, strong schools equal strong property values. This will help increase property values.
Absolutely. And, and Carrie, the other thing with that too is the schools, we've done it, and not to be a braggart here by any stretch, because it's always been a collective and collaborative effort and shared sacrifice with everything we've done.
Yeah.
And we've had great support from our instructional team and a great group of administrators to work with, and of course, a solid school board over the years. Looking at that and what we've done, moving the district into fiscal health, moving test scores forward, doing a lot of great work with title funds and at-risk money to make good, solid purchases and improve the curriculum. Really, it's important that we come back now to this other piece, and that is that infrastructure component. And what we want to do, Carrie, more than anything, we want to retain our families, because we've got some wonderful families here in Garden City.
Right.
But we also want to be attractive to new families. And to be attractive to new families, we absolutely have to be competitive. And that means we have to improve our facilities. We have to improve our curb appeal. We need to have strong resources for our athletic program. We need to have strong resources in place academically in our instructional setting. And then we also have to need strong resources in the other extracurricular element areas like, O'Leary and our band program.
Right. Oh yeah. And you're thinking, the band would get new uniforms too, correct?
Well, uniforms we're purchasing out of a general fund, but the band, with this bond, we can purchase instruments.
Okay.
There would be replacement instruments and a focus on improving the instrument collection at Garden City High School. We've done a nice job. The band director there has really built that program up, and they become much more competitive over the past 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
But we want to put quality instruments in their hands, and we want the district to be able to do that for our kids.
And another big question people are wanting to know is none of this money will go towards salaries, employees, anything like that. This is strictly for infrastructure of the schools, correct?
Yeah, it can only be utilized for those areas identified in the bond language. So this won't go for salaries. Nobody's getting a raise if this bond passes. We don't transfer that into the general fund to feed salaries or to cover benefits or retirement costs or anything like that. It's just for those items expressly and explicitly defined in that bond language. And that's why that document is so comprehensive. And, you get there as a voter and you kind of read that language. There's a lot to cover there. But realize that bond goes to those items mentioned in that bond language. And that had to be vetted through the Treasury Department in Lansing, and there was a lengthy approval process as part of the timeline and effort.
Yeah, very lengthy. And it was developed. You want to explain how this was developed, the bond issue?
Yeah, the big part was getting that architectural team in there and getting that report that we could take to the community, and then getting that feedback. And then once we got that feedback from the community and we kind of got a good idea of what they wanted, right, based on those 3 different proposals, we then took that up to the Treasury Department in Lansing and actually sat around a big round table with folks from the Treasury Department, answered their questions.
Mm-hmm.
They then reviewed it for about 3 weeks, got back with us and said, absolutely, this is approved now. Now you can submit this to your board to take for the election as a ballot item.
Right.
People ask about that timeline. Why didn't you go in March? We could have never met that March timeline with the way it worked with Treasury and going to the Treasury Department in January.
Yeah. And it was actually rolled out and presented to some of the residents too. I know I was a part of that. I was happy to be a part of that.
We shared that information with 6 different stakeholder groups.
Yeah.
We met with long-term residents. We met with city officials. We met with students, elementary parents, secondary parents, and teachers to get that feedback, that very important feedback.
Right. Mayor Walker just said fixing our roads and upgrading our schools increases property values and attracts new families into our community.
The mayor hit it right on the head.
Yep.
And, as properties become available, and I know we've got some great realtors in the community. We've got Rob, the bearded realtor, and of course we got Miss Booterbaugh. Oh yeah, who's done some incredible work. I got to give a round of applause and a shout out to the good folks in the community that are on the citizens group that are supporting this effort from the district.
Yes,
I've been able to advise them and give them, specifics on the bond, and they've just done a wonderful job of really promoting it in the community. So I want to thank them for their good work in supporting the district. But yeah, realtors know, to build a strong community, not only do you want to retain folks, but you want to attract new people, and we want to attract new families. We want to build our base in the community, and we've got to be competitive.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Jill and Rob Cox have done a fabulous job. A lot of people really have. It's really been a team effort for sure. Are you there?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they've done great work.
Okay.
All the way around.
Dan Harmon does have a follow-up question. He wants to know, why wasn't the two-part series mentioned on the ballot proposal?
You know what? It's in that language.
It is in there.
It's not specific, I know it's all part of our bond language that we submitted, the two series, and maybe it's not mentioned specifically on that bond because there's no fluctuation or change at all in that 1.65 mil.
Gotcha.
That's just the way they finance it.
Now, let me ask you, anyone that hasn't got a ballot yet, are they able to get one through City Hall, or?
Absolutely. They can actually print one up. They can go to the city website and they can actually print the application for the ballot up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And then do it that way. Stick it in an envelope and put it right in the purple box.
Yep. And then they'll get that ballot. But
don't mail it, because put it in the mailbox there at City Hall, the purple box, because it's gonna, it'll be a lot quicker for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely. The quickest turnaround is use that purple mailbox.
Yep. Yeah. Michelle May, good schools equal good property values. Correct. Yep. So, anything else that you wanted to mention while I have you?
I want to thank the community members, for their engagement in this process. I want to thank folks for asking questions.
Yep.
I want to thank our city clerk and our city officials for being supportive, in facilitating this election.
Mm-hmm.
Elections are always work. They're always a heavy lift.
Oh yeah.
And the COVID-19 pandemic is unprecedented. So I appreciate the fact that we've got a supportive city clerk who understands the importance of the democratic process, helping to facilitate this election in good faith. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, everybody's done a great job. Great job. Well, look, I want to thank you very much for coming on once again and explaining everything. I think I hope we answered all the questions for the listeners.
Absolutely. And if they've got questions, there's some factual information and some documents. If they go to the Garden City Public Schools website, if you go to gardencityschools.com.
Yeah, I got it up there on the screen.
There's a school election 2020. And all of those materials, all of those fact sheets, you can find them right there, including PowerPoints. It's all right there for them to take a look at. And if they've got questions, they can feel free to email me.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, gardencityschools.com. You'll get a lot more information. Everybody be sure to vote Tuesday, May 5th. And I think they got to be in by before 8 p.m. May 5th.
Yeah, you can drop your ballot off. They'll be removing those ballots and closing the mailbox at 8 p.m.
Okay. Well, thank you, sir. You're always welcome back anytime.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on tonight. Stay healthy and give my best to your wife.
Thank you. Yes, you stay well too, and stay safe.
Yep. Thank you, Kara. Have a good night.
You too. Take care. All right. Good information there. I hope everybody listened to that and get out and vote for sure. All right. Our next guest, we're going to be bringing in now. They are the owners of Chubb's Smokehouse Catering right here in Garden City. That's CHUBZ. Please welcome Richard and Shannon Worobelski. Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, Carrie, how you doing, bud?
Hi, all.
Good to see you again.
Absolutely.
Everything going good? You guys are all well and safe?
Absolutely. During this COVID-19 pandemic, we're staying safe and doing what we need to as well.
Well, hey, thanks for being here tonight. We really appreciate it.
Hey, absolutely.
All right.
We'll talk about warm things on a chilly day here in Michigan.
Right.
Yeah. So before we get to the Chubb story, why don't you briefly tell our listeners a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get into Chubb's.
Well, Carrie, I'm a retired vet, just like you.
Yeah.
And I enjoy to cook. we enjoy to watch people's smiles and enjoy food. Food brings people together. It
Yeah.
really does. A little bit about me, I was a truck driver for a while, and then things happen, and we're like, hey, we like to do what we do, and we wanted to start our own company and get out there in the community and help where we can.
Mm-hmm.
And me, I am completely supportive of his goals, his dreams. We have the same goals of helping people and supporting the community. Right now, it's really tough on everybody, businesses, all the frontline workers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We can't do enough for you.
Yeah.
We just really appreciate everybody out there still making this city run that we have here.
So you're an Army veteran, right, Richard?
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you for your service.
Hey, you as well, sir.
Yay.
So let's get into this Chubb's Smokehouse story. How did
Sure.
you come up with the name, and what made you go into business? I mean, it's really tough right now. I know you couldn't foresee this, right? But it's tough.
No, absolutely not. We definitely couldn't foresee it. Right now we're not really working as a profit company. So the name Chubbs came from what I call my fat kid inside me. We all have a fat kid, and his name is Chubbs.
It's true. It's a true story.
We all have a little of that in us. I think.
Yeah.
Only I'm called Buddha.
Buddha, yes.
Yeah, so I enjoy food. Food is really good. Chubbs is my fat kid name.
And what made us start to do this right now in this time is the need for it. Is we sat around and we said, what can we do? What can we do to help the frontline workers? What is our talent? What is our skill? What do we love to do? What can we really show them thanks?
Mm-hmm.
And we thought, what better time than right now to really put this passion that we have to cook and give it to them, as kind of like a thank you, a sincere thank you, that they have a warm meal, they have one less thing to worry about, and that really helps us feel like we're doing something for them.
Well, that's great. That's a wonderful thing you're doing, and I know they appreciate it for sure, and we appreciate it, and we appreciate them. I mean, no way are we ever going to thank them enough, for what.
Never.
My wife just posted there. It's on the screen. Hello, the chicken and the ribs were delicious. I can attest that the food is really good.
Well,
Thank you.
They're actually meals, not samples.
He puts so much love into it. It is
Oh my God,
really
it's awesome.
a talent that he has, and I'm so grateful that he's been able to do this, that he's been able to share it with everyone, and he loves it. You're not just going to get like a little something thrown together for the money.
Yeah, the portions are very generous.
He's giving you love. Love on the plate is what he's doing. So I'm very proud of him, and I'm very pleased to be a part of it.
And the homemade coleslaw, ooh, very good.
I know, right?
Hey, not everyone likes coleslaw, but hey, give me a try. You'll like ours.
We have something for everybody. If cabbage is not your thing, we have some other things too.
Yeah, Ruby Joe Green says heroes helping heroes. That's awesome.
Absolutely, and these frontline essential employees are now our heroes. They really are our veterans.
Yes.
We've had more casualties here in our country than we did overseas.
Yes.
People really need to look at that, and if they have the opportunity to donate to these funds or get out there and support another company, it's huge, for the community and for our country.
Now, Don Nicholson, he's in there, and I just put on the screen. He wants to know: are you going to do events? Will you be doing events eventually with a smoker? I know that you want to get a smoker, bigger one.
Absolutely. We definitely want to do events, and the reason why we want to do events is to bring back that normalcy. That we can all get together and have a barbecue. Right now, during this COVID-19, I feel like we could set up a whole catering right at the hospital or right at a place that has essential workers.
Sure.
And we can, you know,
You going in, catch them coming out. Right? Catch them going in and catch them coming out, the
Oh,
workers.
yeah, absolutely. You know, and it brings back what it was before the COVID-19 happened. You know, we can't just let this COVID-19 beat us. It's an enemy. And, you know, I feel like my battle buddies and the community, we're going to fight this. You know, we're going to come out better at the end of it.
Yep, we're all in it together. So
Absolutely.
right now, you guys want to continue providing meals to the essential frontline workers, and the healthcare providers, first responders, police, and fire. And you're actually contributing money for meals out of your own pocket too, right?
Yes, we've been very fortunate to be able to do that. You know, we were able to do the first meals to do that, and then we set up a Facebook. You know, I'm still learning all this fundraising stuff. I wish I had a team, but you know, I have built a really good team as well. You know, and we'll talk about that.
Uh-huh.
But you know, a lot of people supported us, the community, our friends, our family, my ex coworkers and stuff. You know, I can't even thank them enough to support us.
Yeah. So to help offset some of the cost, you're looking for donations naturally.
Yeah.
How can they help?
So, you know, we set up 4 different ways: Facebook, GoFundMe, Cash App, and PayPal. And they're on our website. They are also on the Chubb's Smokehouse Catering on Facebook. So what we're using the funds for is to build our better equipment. You know, right now we can only feed so much. You know, the demand and the outpour that people have asked us and the community to do. You know, we need to upgrade our equipment to be able to do more. And that's where the funds are going to go. And any other funds that are donated will go into purchasing the meats, which, you know, are one of our partners that, you know, we partnered with was Cattleman's here in Taylor, Michigan.
Right. I wanted to mention them, give them a shout out. Absolutely. Cattleman's Meat.
Yeah.
The best.
We're looking for the upgrade on equipment because we've done 2 dinners so far, and whew, it was exhausting running back and forth and a new chicken and a new pulled pork. So if we have a little bit more room, then we could probably get more done
Sure.
faster, you know, and half the time. And we could probably get 2 shifts at the hospital instead of just 1.
Right.
And that's what we're looking for, as we don't want, you know, someone to go without. They have to have pulled pork sandwiches. If one has one, everybody has to. So
Absolutely. And
yeah, good to everybody.
Don Nicholson, he is also the car cruise guru. I don't know if you've heard of Heinz Cruise and Wayne Road Cruise. Well, he is always looking. There's his website. They're always looking for people asking for barbecues. So get in touch with him, okay? And
Definitely.
You'll be able to once you're ready to do mobile like that.
Oh yeah, and we're looking to use our services right now for essential and healthcare providers only. Right now, we do have a menu that has came out. Those will be posted here shortly, but we're not serving to the public right away till, you know, our services aren't needed on the front lines. So that's our mission. And another thing is essential workers. You know, speaking of the truck drivers, you know, a lot of my friends are telling me that, you know, they can't use bathrooms, they can't get a meal, and these truck drivers are going to drive the world.
Yes. A lot of the truck stops are closed, or rest areas are even closed. I mean, it's terrible right now for them.
Yep.
They're having a tough time. Pastor Combs from the Grateful Journey Community Church, he says he loves ribs and he hopes to partnership with you. Community picnic.
Oh boy, that's so exciting.
He says he will give you a call and God bless you, he says.
Thank you, Pastor.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to see you.
Yeah. So there you go. You got 2 leads right there to
Right.
up.
Absolutely. And you know, with having the smoker on a trailer, we can pop up real quick. And I mean, Carrie can tell you, you know, I enjoy food. I enjoy making it. And, you know, it's a passion
Very
of
good.
ours.
Very good. Yeah. Let's see. Well, this is truly, like I said, this is truly a tough time
It is.
to start a business for sure. So the people can donate. I put it up on the screen there, your phone number and also your email address, correct?
Sure. Yep, absolutely. You know, I look at that email address probably every day. You know, to speak of some, we have reached out and talked to Flag, which is a big frontline team that is looking to supply more meals to the front line. So we look for more partnerships as well.
Yeah. Sarah Rafi, she's on the Garden City School Board. She says your generosity is amazing. What an inspiration.
Oh,
Nah.
Sarah, thank you.
Thank you. I
That's so
appreciate
sweet.
that.
Yeah, definitely. You guys are good. Keep up the good work for sure. So yeah, we want to get some donations for you. You're looking for a bigger smoker.
Yeah, absolutely. And the wife kind of wants her fridge back, so I need a bigger fridge, so a
Yeah.
little bit bigger commercial size.
Yeah.
And are you having any trouble getting meat at all from cattle?
I haven't been able to have any troubles yet. I mean, I hope we don't foresee it. I have, like I said, a great partnership with Cattleman's, Jeff over there, the one of the managers. So, you know, I'm able to work my way around. I have talked to a couple other people that if I need to start buying whole cows and stuff like that, or half a cow, you know, we'll do what we need to keep it going. So I can cook burgers, I can cook hot dogs,
Sure.
anything you want. You know, I can smoke it. You know, that's why we call it smoke.
Literally smoke it.
We'd love to do a lot of local partnerships with people so they can stay in business as well. You know, it's for everyone. Everyone, it's this community to come together. And what better way to come together than remembering the things that we love about summer, get-togethers, having barbecue with each other.
Yeah.
If we can't be together, we can at least, you know, get back some memories of when you were able to, and of when you can again. And the community coming together and helping them stay open as well. By creating partnerships with them is really important to us as well.
Exactly. Kim Marquette from the Straight Farmhouse Museum says, what a wonderful thing you're doing.
Well, thank you, Kim.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah. Cheryl Parton, Mrs. Chat says, delicious meats from Cattleman's, highest quality.
Absolutely.
You know,
Go get my buddy Raphael hand 5. You know, he's really good at chopping up all of our meats, and they even spatchcock everything where they take the bones out for us, so it provides us less work to do, and it's greatly appreciated.
everybody has been really great and really helpful. Once they hear what we're trying to do, and none of it is profit to us, that we're just doing it, people really want to jump in. People really want to help. They want to do something, but they don't know how to use their talents towards it. So when they hear of someone saying, hey, I'm doing this, and they think, yeah, I want to do that too. I want to help. That's what we've been running on, is just the will to want to do it, and people in the community just wanting to be a part of it. Friends and family, co-workers we've had, everybody just wants to be on board. We love the essential workers. We can never thank them enough. They are doing such a wonderful job. We appreciate them, and we just want to show them with every bite how much we appreciate them.
One good thing has come out of this COVID-19. It's brought a lot of people together, closer together.
Oh, absolutely.
It really has. How about volunteers? Would you need any volunteers to help deliver your food? Or
I mean, right now we're trying to do the social distancing. You know, I really don't want to be asking, hey, where have you been? You know, right now we're just operating with us. That's why doing the catering and having the mobile, it's great. I mean, if we're outside, and we can have more people passing around and doing a buffet
Yeah,
and
serving.
the social distancing
Yeah.
Guidelines in place, and absolutely.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this won't go on for forever, but you never know, It's,
Yes.
I mean, we're prepared for it, I definitely, want to make sure that when we reopen up, we don't fall back into displays and stuff.
Yeah. Well,
I
the
think-
main thing, if you're listening and watching, please call that phone number on your screen or email them. They can use all the help they can get to keep this going. They're doing a wonderful thing. What was that, Shannon, you wanted to say?
That was the biggest part, is trying to get equipment to do more is a big part of it, because like I said, we want to do more than one shift at a time, and maybe more than one area location, like maybe doing it for the police station and the hospital at the same time, or really getting something going for them when we get the smoker up and going, and just hand it out to as many people as we can. That would be really wonderful. And technical partners, he's been doing everything himself, from GoFundMe to websites to trying to make little ads and things. So if there's any people out there who are really good at doing like technical things, like for like a web page or something awesome like that, if you could give us a few pointers, we would really appreciate it. That way we could, try to help get some of this equipment in here that we need.
Well, I think we can work something out with that for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, if you can get a mobile unit going, man, I'm telling you, that would really be awesome. Just go right to the destination, the venue, and pass it out. You're right there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're also working. You're also working on a menu for when you do go for profit, right?
Yes.
Be looking that over.
Yep, the menu, and I want everyone to understand too. With catering and options and stuff like that, our meals are a little bit different. It takes a lot longer to smoke and a lot longer. It's like a barbecue cuisine.
Right.
It's not for everyone. The prices are, it's fair. I'm always here to listen to everyone's ideas and stuff like that.
Sure. But like you said, you can cook hamburgers and hot dogs too, right?
Absolutely. I can make them taste even better.
It's not your average fast food just because it's delivery. It's
Yeah, exactly.
some of our favorite foods that he's been perfecting for years, and we just thought we have to share it with people and see how they feel about it, and we're excited to bring it to you guys.
And my kids are loving it because if I feed everyone, they get it too.
That was the deal. If everybody else gets a meal, they get one too. They love Daddy's ribs.
Oh, for sure, for sure. You got to keep the kids happy. That's for sure.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
How many kids you have?
We have two. They're our biggest fans. They're our biggest supporters. I wait till you see all the pictures of them in their shirts and giving us a thumbs up, and and they're all about service oriented. And we're able to teach our kids during this time what it is to give back, and that's not every time that you can. So whenever you have a teaching moment, you take it.
Right. Well, it's great you can be home as a family and do this all together. That's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. But making sure we're staying safe. When we prepare our foods, we have gloves, we got masks.
Yeah.
Take
all the precautions.
Sanitization is a huge thing. And, just so we prevent the spread of COVID-19.
Yeah. Well, look, definitely, contact Don Nicholson and, see what you can do there later on if things break. If anyone is interested in donating, once again, call 734-341-9290, or you can email them at chubbsmokehousekatering@gmail.com, right?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
All right. Hey, it was really great having you guys on the show. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Continue to do what you're doing.
Thank you.
Very generous of you and much appreciated.
I appreciate it. And we look forward to adding anyone else to our team. We've had, like we said, the community, our friends, our family. One of my biggest fans is my CPA, Lisa.
Okay.
in McIntosh. So that's Lisa K. McIntosh, and she will love to help you guys. And you tell her Chubb sent you. She would definitely know what it is, and she will definitely give you a discount, and she won't discount her services. And her phone number is 734-721-2053. And she's been a great teammate for us.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Anybody wants to join, get a hold of them. Chubb.
Yes, please.
Sure. Hey, come back anytime. All right. And also check out their Facebook page, Chubb Smokehouse Catering. You can get more information. They got some great photos on there, pictures of their food, and really, really a good Facebook page.
Yeah, it's great to see the essential workers smile underneath that mask. You know, it really is.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for watching, and everybody who's helped support us, and everybody who plans to in the future. We really appreciate all of you.
All right. Let's see. Brandon Lee says he'd love to help you guys out and let him know what he can do to volunteer if you ever need him.
Hey,
No,
Brandon.
Absolutely,
Thank you.
buddy.
All right. Well, look, guys, it's been a pleasure. And anything else you want to mention before we go?
See you soon with some more food.
Gotta feed this. Gotta feed this.
It's calling you, Carrie.
Gotta feed this Buddha.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Carey. We appreciate you letting us on.
Oh, anytime. It was a pleasure having you. And anything we can do, just let us know. Okay.
All right.
Sounds
Thank
great.
you.
You got our support fully for what you're doing.
Appreciate it.
All right. You guys take care now. All right. Have a good night. Stay safe.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. That is Chubb's Smokehouse. Get a hold of them. They're doing wonderful work. And they would really appreciate your support. Once again, that number 734-341-9290. And their email is Chubb's Smokehouse Catering. That's CHUBZ@gmail.com. They're doing great work. Okay, let's get our buddy Mr. Joe Bartley in here from J&J Taxes and More. And then I'm going to give you the mayor's update, and then we'll close out the show. So stand by for Joe.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Tax Talk with Joe Bartley from J&J Taxes and More. A few things to cover this evening. Stimulus checks. The IRS did announce that as of early this week, about half of those checks have been issued, totaling about $158 billion. So if you haven't got it yet, they're still on the way. There's about half of them yet to be issued. Now, the IRS did update the site where you can check your payment status. They made it more user-friendly and fixed some bugs that people had been complaining about. That was done this weekend, as the site was down most of the weekend. It's also been reported that some of the Social Security recipients have begun receiving Okay, so thanks for listening. I'm Joe Bartley from J&J Taxes and More. We're located at 29217 Ford Road, Suite 104 in downtown Garden City. Phone number is 734-523-8291. Or again, the email is joe@jnjtaxesandmore.com. Thank you very much and have a great week.
Okay. Thank you, Joe Bartley. Great information as always. Appreciate it. All right. I have the mayor's update here, and I'm going to read that off. Some of this is the same as last week. The skateboard park, ice rink, all playgrounds are closed. City Hall is closed, open by phone Monday through Thursday, 9 to 6. Police and fire are normal emergency operations, and DPW normal outside work is being done. Cancel for the month of May. The Memorial Day ceremony in front of City Hall will be unfortunately canceled this year. So put that on your calendar. He says all road construction is started throughout the city. Please drive slow to keep the road construction workers safe. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting our street done for sure. Okay, here are the COVID-19 numbers for Garden City through today. We now have 106 residents have been tested positive, and we have 8 deaths now due to the COVID-19. So that has not changed for a couple days now. The stats for the state of Michigan, 41,379 tested positive, 3,789 deaths so far of Michigan residents. So we have to continue to stay safe, wash our hands, and stay home when you're sick. Both council meetings for May will be on Zoom. They are doing it over the internet on Zoom. May 4th, 2020 City Council meeting. You'll be able to join online. You go to zoom.us, I believe, and the meeting ID number is 96708-238. To be able to comment by phone, join Zoom meeting by telephone, you dial 1-312-626-6799. And then there's instructions. Electronic attendees will use raise their hand function and will be allowed to speak when called upon. Telephone attendees will be placed in a query by pressing 9 and will be identified and called upon by the last 4 digits of your telephone number. Normal public comment protocol will be followed. So he says our plan for now is to resume council meetings in the council chambers for the first meeting in June. So we'll see. Hopefully that will take place. Randy, the mayor, says stay safe and continue social distancing and washing hands frequently. So thank you, Mayor Walker, for the update. Appreciate it. I do want to give a shout out to Don Nicholson and his wife, Gail, for the marketplace. Was delivered today for the May issue. There's a lot of good stuff in here, so you're going to want to check it out. Let's see. He said due to the coronavirus, they recommend contacting the event organizers before attending any events in case of rescheduling or cancellation. So good information there. Get your marketplace, get a hold of Don Nicholson. You can message him on Facebook, and he will take care of you. All right. Let me see what else we got here. I think that's about it. Remember, if you're interested in coming on the show as a guest, we would love to have you. Maybe you own a business or you know someone that would be interested. If so, it's very easy. You can contact us through our website at gccommunitychat.com. Send us your name, your email address, and a brief message, and we'll get back to you within 24 hours. Or you can message us on Facebook, on our Facebook page, facebook.com/gcchat. During this time, we can do the show remotely and safely, just like tonight. Maybe you own a business, like I said, or you belong to an organization, and you'd like to share your information with us in the surrounding communities, then contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you. Remember, we are staying separated today so we can be together tomorrow. The bottom line is to continue your physical distancing, which I like much better than social distancing. I feel people should still maintain that social contact, whether it's online, texting, or sending a card through the mail. Continue to wash your hands, very important. Wear your masks when out in public. You got to have those masks on. Contain your 6 feet. Don't touch your face. Check on your neighbors, and especially our seniors. Remember, we're all in this together, and we'll all get through this together. And let's see, with that said, I think we are ready to call this a podcast. Special thanks to our guest, Garden City Public School Superintendent Derek Fisher. He did a great job explaining the bond proposal. You can go to the GardenCitySchools.com website for more information. Also, thanks to Richard and Shannon Worobelski from Chubb Smokehouse Catering. They're doing a fantastic job feeding our frontline workers, pretty much on their dime and on donations that they receive from you. If you'd like to donate and help them continue what they are doing, give them a call at 734-341-9290, or you can email them at chubbsmokehousekatering@gmail.com. And once again, Chubbs is spelled CHUBZ. Also, thanks to Mr. Joe Bartley from J&J Taxes and More, located at 29217 Ford Road in Garden City. Always has good information for us. If you would like to contact Joe and pick his brain a little bit, he's always available to answer your questions. You can call him at 734-523-8291. And thanks to my co-hosts for tonight, Doppler Tom Mywinski. Great job as always. Thanks for your recording. We appreciate it. And shout out to my other co-host, Mike, and his wife, Faye. Stay safe. We will see you soon. We'll get through this. Also, thanks to all of you for tuning in on Facebook. And those of you that have downloaded the audio and are listening, we really appreciate your support each and every week. Be sure to view this video and past videos at your convenience, especially if you tuned in late tonight, by going to our Facebook page at facebook.com/GCChat. Or you can go to our YouTube channel, just search for GC Community Chat, and we hope you'll check them out and feel free to share with your friends. If you tuned in late tonight, you're going to want to listen to this later because there was a lot of good information on the bond proposal and how to donate to Chubbs. And don't forget to stop by our website. Once again, that's gccommunitychat.com for more information. A reminder, you can also download the audio of tonight's show by going to iHeartRadio. Just search for GC Community Chat with Kerry Parton, or you can go to TalkShoe.com. And as I've been doing when I sign off, I just want to give a huge thank you to all the healthcare workers, first responders, police and fire, everyone on the front lines who serve and protect us every day. We cannot thank you enough. Be safe, and we want you to know you are in our thoughts and prayers, your families and you. And listen, when you see any of these heroes, please let them know how much you appreciate them. They would appreciate it, and I would appreciate it if you did that. All right. Remember, the success of a community depends on the community, so please support your local businesses. They need your support now more than ever. We got several restaurants that are still open, doing curb service. I'll name them next week once again, but there's several of them, so please support them when you can. And if you see something, say something. Look out for one another out there. For all your weather information, be sure to head on over to DrTomsWeather.com. He's got a great user-friendly website over there. We will see you back here live on Facebook next Thursday, May 7th already. You can believe that, at 8 p.m. So until then, thanks for listening. Be safe, stay safe, and good night.